All right, what is up, everybody? Hello, my name is Elena, and I am a functional nutrition and holistic fitness coach, but I also very much consider myself a part of the planner community. And one thing that I really recognize, especially when I'm working with my clients, is that productivity and management of your health and well-being really go hand in hand. And like, full disclosure, I've got ADHD. I need like the dopamine hits. I need the novelty, but I also know that I need something that really keeps me structured. And getting into planning has been one of the best things that I did. It started with my bullet journaling journey and has sort of evolved into this system that has been working super well for me. So the first thing that I'm going to show you right now is my current setup in my Hobonichi Cousin. Now, I actually got this thing originally for this year as a method of practicing Spanish every day, and I wanted a notebook to like kind of log my daily practice. Realized very quickly that daily practice was not a thing, so I moved all of that over into like a B6 Stalogy, just blank notebook, which has been really beneficial. And I was like, I wonder if I can use this. So I ended up gluing a bunch of pages together, doing a few things, and I wanted to take you through a walkthrough of how I'm using this and what it all does for me. Okay, so first things first, you can probably tell that this is not the actual original Hobonichi cover. To be completely honest, I absolutely hate what the cover in and of itself looks like. That like yellowish color is definitely not a vibe for me. And what I ended up doing was I have just a Midori A5 clear cover on here, but I printed on sticker paper. I made a couple of cute dashboards for 2023 and then covered the spine with some wide washi paper that I have, washi tape that I have, and really just love this. This is just a cute little pen clip that I have. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put this into like a bigger notebook cover, but I like to keep as a part of my use for this pen. I've got a, where did it go? I've got a white gel pen. Here we go. A Uniball Signo that I use to cover up basically all my oopsies is this one. Are you gonna focus? Hi, my Uniball Signo gel pen to cover up things, and I'll show you how I use that. So essentially what happens now, keep in mind I've glued a bunch of things together. So I have this cute little moon phase sticker. I actually put one in my Hobonichi Weeks as well because I love this. Just a really good reminder that we are creatures meant to ebb and flow, which is a huge part of my coaching. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I started circling off the days of the week. Very quickly realized that I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but now I'm probably gonna do it just because I started doing it. I have some cute little tabs here for January and February. Again, are you gonna focus? Whee! That are from Sterling Ink that I'm super excited. I got their sub box from Sterling Ink, Catherine's sub box, because I wanna be able to just not have to think about having stickers every month, but also don't wanna be like tempted to buy a ton of new stickers every month. So we really purchase stickers from Sterling Ink as well as Lauren Phelps Designs, which is, I use the Lauren Phelps Designs ones for my journal, which is actually in my Sterling Ink Common Planner, but I love these little tabs. Now at the top here, I've got some Midori index clips, which I absolutely love. And this is where these Midori index clips come in handy for just navigating to the pages that I'm using, because what I did and what I'm going to do on the monthly layouts, because I don't need a monthly in this, I'm not even gonna address that portion of the planner yet, is I'm just gonna create some cute like vision boards. Like, what is my vision board? What are my intentions for this month? And they might change, they might stay the same. If they don't change, you know, we'll see what happens. I did tip in a little vellum from Sterling Ink here, which is super cute. So I may end up using, I mean, I could still put in something fun with sticker paper, but I don't really need the monthly layouts, but I figured it'd be really fun to do just some monthly dashboards. So for my week setup, I tried a few different things. This was the first week, this was really the first week that I was in this, and I tried to include a couple things. I started using it really on the 12th. I tried to include a couple things. I do use like an Outlook calendar, so I don't always need a weekly layout, but I liked kind of tracking how my day went. And then down here, I tried to track something I did for myself today and what am I consuming, like what am I reading, what am I watching? And I realized very quickly that this was gonna be too much. I just kind of put the weather up there for funsies. I don't know how I feel about that, but you know, we'll see. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer into this stuff. Okay, cool. Now, what ended up happening here was because I was using this for, I didn't really know how to use this or the dailies. And this is kind of the issue with this planner too, is that we have all these times here, and I also didn't like always how all of the times looked. Are we gonna, there we go. I didn't like how all these times really went. But overall, I again, just trying to figure out my way through this planner. We get to this week 2, where I tried to, again, track a few more things. I did my meal planning here on the side. I'm gonna figure out this camera angle eventually, guys. Did my meal planning here on the side. Then I kind of made some tinier timestamps and realized very quickly that I needed more room here. Tried to track also my social media, which was kind of pointless because I already plan all my social media and schedule it in Notion. And when things move or change or get shifted, I need it to not be written down. But I was like, okay, this works. And then what I did was I ended up keeping like an extra sticky note on this side so I could log like what was working, what wasn't working in the week prior. What was funny is when I lifted that sticky note up, it ripped the Tomoe River paper, and so I put like a big old sticker here up top. But I love just covering these dates with washi, writing stuff in. I would normally write them down here, but because this was in the way, I wrote them up top. And this is what I'm doing this week, and I'm actually really loving it. Tracking how many like hours I've worked that day, what my daily steps are, and then here I just kind of track my work blocks. I do work for myself, and I work from home. And then any appointments or meetings go into my weekly before the day happens, and then as the day goes on, I kind of come in and log through what I'm doing. And I'm loving this. It's just a really great way to keep me focused and reflective during the day. And so I'm going to keep this up. And what I ended up doing is this is where the next step is coming in with the dailies. So the dailies have been kind of hot mess express. I don't need to journal in my Hobonichi. I don't really want to journal in my Hobonichi, to be completely honest. And again, I started this on January 12th. I actually kind of like made a cardinal sin and I ripped out some of the other daily pages that I had already kind of scribbled all over. And what I ended up doing here was I kind of tried to do like some tasks, sort of semi-schedule, what I watched, what I read. Again, still trying to get my ground. Again, some notes for the day. I really like this because I sometimes do have like meetings and things like that I need to like notate. What did I do for that day? Just ended up, this was too much. I realized very quickly like this type of setup, this was too much, too many stickers. I didn't like it. I need this to be pretty minimal and effective. Although I did really like here, like work tasks, personal tasks, watching, reading. And then I did have a task list for Sunday because I used this Sunday for reflecting on home, wellness, me time, business, things like that. That was beneficial. But again, still not loving it. Then I tried this. So then I had today's focus, some additional tasks, home tasks, personal care, things like that. Again, it didn't really work for me. I don't have anything like necessarily, what's it called? Confidential in here, just random things. I was trying to also track like my home task, personal care in the mix here, and I realized very quickly that that needed to move into my weekly tracking and my Hobonichi, which is also a daily use planner for me, but that's another thing. And so I did this for this week and then had space for like kind of a brain dump, things like that. And then here's where I started really kind of finding my groove. So Tuesday, I started keeping here on the side another schedule, but I was realizing after like a day or two and then three, a day or two that wasn't going to work for me because I didn't like doing it in the weekly and then in the daily. I'm like, this is redundant, but I like how this looks, but I don't want to do this just because it looks nice. And then I like having, okay, so here's my tasks for the day, which I do use my Hobonichi Weeks for weekly task management, and then I pull from there. And then also I have a million things that come up as the day goes on. And then notes for the day. So like, here's a meeting that I had, here's notes. Here's a meeting that I had, here's notes on things. And this was really effective. And so what I'm actually going to try, and I didn't really work a whole lot today because I was feeling kind of ill, is I'm gonna tape off this section, have a section up here, and then have like notes down here. And just use some fun washi tape on the side. Again, very minimal. This is just washi tape. I didn't do anything else. Although I do like kind of blocking, not blocking this out, but like coloring over this and using my black ink to draw the date. And then what I'm gonna do is I started setting up Saturday and Sunday. So what I ended up doing is I took my Tombow marker. This is like my ride or die Tombow marker, you guys. It is N79. I need to not forget this number because I will cry if I ever forget what this number is. I might need to put a little clear nail polish over it. But this is my N79 Tombow. And I took a couple washis. I'm gonna take this washi, which is just what I got from, I think I got this from, I'm not sure what shop it came from, either Amazon or shop on Etsy. And then I did get this little washi sampler from a shop on Etsy, and I'm going to take this sort of potion washi tape and just make a cute little thing here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now as I'm setting up for Saturday and Sunday. And Sunday will usually is like a meal planner day. Like I use Sunday to write out like what meals am I doing for the week because I typically don't work on Sundays. So I don't need a lot of space. And if I can find the end of this washi, that would be fantastic. Okay, finally found the end of the washi tape, guys. Whee! This little sampler is fun because I'm getting to try a few things. So I'm definitely gonna go back to this shop and get a few more things. And then I'm just gonna put like one piece there. We're just making some fun space here. And we're gonna do another piece over here. Ta-da. And I just really kind of like how that looks. And I might do just like a couple extra tiny pieces in the mix. I think I like this. We're gonna fill up this little space. I don't really care about the quotes one way or the other. Sometimes I cover them up, sometimes I don't. And just whatever. I'm very much a mood planner. So we're gonna go, oh, that is not straight. That is not in the frame either. Whee! Okay, and I'm gonna fix this one so it's also straight. No! Ta-da! Okay, we're gonna take these one more time and actually might add like a third color just for funsies. We're gonna plop this guy here. Again, I don't really care if I'm covering some of the pre-printed stuff that's in the mix. We're going to plop that guy here. I actually wonder, I have this like fun orange color, but I don't know when I would use it except for with this particular tape, because like, look at that little combo right there, if you can see it. Like, I like how that orange just sort of matches. So we're gonna get, there it is. Nope, that's not it. Does anybody else have trouble finding, there we go, the ends of washi tape sometimes? Like, there we go. I'm gonna add just a couple little chunks for some more depth. So like right there. Yeah, I like that. And we're gonna go up here. Ta-da! And we'll do the same on the other side so it kind of matches. Whee! I like having these thin washi strips because sometimes they're just really good for adding just a little bit more depth to a page without it being like overwhelming. And I'm not like good at like drawing or anything like that, so having like tape and stickers can just really make things super easy. Okay, awesome. Then what I'm gonna do is we're gonna write in these dates here. So we're gonna go 28. Are you gonna work? 28. And I like to also just write in Saturday, and then I'm gonna draw a line there in a moment, and we'll get Sunday in the mix. I'm not good at hand lettering. I'm literally just drawing this in with my fountain pen. It is nothing fancy. And then make sure it's dry. We're just gonna draw a little line. Whee! Good. And another one. We're gonna go just across here. Actually, I'm gonna flip it this way, otherwise I'm gonna mess it up. We're just gonna go, whee! Ta-da! And now what'll end up happening is I'm going to likely still use like this side for like tasks and then notes on the bottom, but because I'm not also drawing my schedule in for here, I think what we're gonna end up doing is actually, we'll do, notes will be more like on this side. And then tasks will start over here. I should always wait for that to dry first. Ta-da! And that's pretty much what it'll be. So I'll use this dividing line that's here already, but I'll keep my general notes and brain dump here, and then my tasks and things like here. And if I need to bleed over to this side for my notes, then so be it. But that is my little setup for my daily pages that will happen. So it'll be something similar to kind of a combo of this and this. And then we'll see, because what I found is I actually need more, like I needed like more space on this day and I didn't have it and things like that. So it'll be just more flexible. That is my Hobonichi cousin. I will be doing some more structured content around this because a lot of people in my audience on Instagram that are more like the fitness, holistic fitness focused crowd are also interested in productivity. And like I said, there's a very close relationship between those two. So if you guys are here, smash that like button, give a subscribe. I'll be also doing and uploading some content regarding to my coaching and holistic fitness as well as functional health. And yeah, it'll be a good time. So thanks guys so much for being here. Peace.
I don't love like opposite affirmations like I love my body. Yeah. I look great today, because I don't feel that way and that feels inauthentic to me. And like you said, like I show up as I am. Like there's no, if someone told me that I have to say I love my body and I don't love my body, I'd be like, no, that's stupid. Yeah. So I like to do things that I believe, which can be tricky initially, but things like, you know, I got a lot of sleep last night. I know that doesn't exactly balance out like you're starting to critique yourself, but things that you believe that are true, that you are doing towards your goal. So sleep is a big one for me. That's a committed action I'm taking towards my health, and I'm proud of it. I struggle with sleep. It's like I have to really be active to make that happen, which sounds silly because it's sleeping, but I do. And so when I sleep well, I want to like reward myself for that. You know what? I slept really well last night. I'm going to go make my favorite breakfast this morning. Last night we had a great time watching that movie. It was so funny. Just like things that I enjoy and I like to retrain my brain when I automatically go to critiquing myself. And I do that in the exact same place. So I would still be in the mirror and I'd still be talking about more positive things, more true things that are not about my aesthetic.